Good morning, everyone. If you feel like it, let's all stand and sing. We're going to do this song one more week. I Relax, Let Go. It's by Karen Drucker. So good to see you all today. And you can dance, you know, nobody's looking at you. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, I am well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, I am well. And every day I affirm and pray that I'm blessed with everything I have. I release my fear, 'cause it's all so clear. I am held, I am loved, I am safe. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, I am well. And now I see what my life can be when I trust in the process and obey. And now I know when I just let go that I have all I'll ever need. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, I am well. All is well, all is well, I am well. All is well, doo-wop, all is well, doo-wop, I am well. Good job. Let's all greet our neighbors.
We got that last thing right. Well, this is acting. So is start, Maria. Is it on?
Okay, what an amazing way to begin with prayer today. Well, everyone just join me in prayer as we open this morning. And right now, come into that, if you're not already there after that, this higher level of consciousness, this higher awareness of all the things that God is. It is that joy that we feel right now, that exuberance and that love and that energy that just fills us and indwells us every single moment. It is that true love that surrounds us, that helps us to remember that we are a part of this, and this wonderful spirit and universe is also a part of us. And that connection is the most amazing thing in the world, that we can always, at every moment, tap that energy, know that it's around us and in us, and that that inner guide is there, filling us with everything we need. We never have to feel alone. All we have to do is go inside and ask for help, assistance with anything we need. And we are so grateful this morning, God, for all of this joy and all of this love that we feel here today. And we're grateful for our wonderful church, which is growing every single week in love and that energy and joy. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Maria. And now it is time for our special reading. And we're going to have Tom Rothweiler do the special reading this morning. And before you get started, are you ready? I have to ask a favor to make sure that everyone had a piece of paper on their chair, and everyone needs a pen to go with that piece of paper. And I'm not going to tell you when in the service we need it, but if you don't have a pen, we have an extra. So if you would let me know.
Hello.
Anyone need a pen? 1, 2. Do you have them, Barb, to give out? If you could hold your hands up just so we can just get this out of the way before we go into our beautiful meditative state and special reading. Thank you.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, let's wait till Barb sits.
Okay. I'll let everybody settle down first.
Okay.
I was asked last week to do the special reading today, and I thought of several things to do, and actually I wrote this last night. I was still up at 1 o'clock in the morning, but unedited, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's about a hike I took in West Maui, which is on the island of Maui, one of the Hawaiian islands, in 2002. And on this hike, I was inspired to write, so I wrote some of it then. In the spring of 2002, I hiked a trail on Maui that crossed the highlands on the south side of West Maui. The revelations that I received were shown to me were profound. It centered on the concentration of the embodied energy contained and present in the trail. A number of years ago, I discovered the concept of that energy is contained in an object. I like to illustrate this with a brick. The brick has the energy of the one who made the first brick, way back, 10,000 years ago, whatever. It includes energy that it took to make the brick, the forms, the fire under the clay, the brick masons who built it, even the truck drivers who drove that brick from the brickyard to the place where it was going to be used. If the brick is part of a wall of a church, all the thought that comprises the church is in the brick. Now, I'm not suggesting that all knowledge is contained in the brick, just energy, amorphous and homogeneous. I think I first discovered this on a late-night walk passing St. Mary's Basilica in downtown Phoenix. I think that I first discovered this on that walk. Every thought or concept inherent in the Roman Catholic Church has a little bit of energy embodied in that brick. It includes the energy of religious thought, perhaps beginning with Moses, the thought of Jesus of Nazareth, the popes that followed, every event, baptism, marriage, christening, and funeral. How much, who can say? I believe that sensitives and empaths can feel this energy, but to what end? I think that in my own journey, I may be able to recognize where the energy is present and gaining whatever knowledge that I may arrive at and receive from that energy, like when I was on the trail. Began in my imagination, perhaps, with the origins of the idea that the trail was needed between West Maui and the valley. It connected people, it was a trade route, served as a communication link. I'm thinking all about the energy present on this trail, the only developed trail in this part of the island. at some distant time, linear time, you should say, began as desire. The desire was to easily get to other parts of the island, eventually abandoned for others, such as me, a sport hiker. Yet every footstep of everyone who has ever trod this path is still present in nonlinear time. When this is observed, it changes the perception of nonlinear time, evolving into the possibility of observing, or at the very least, being aware of other dimensions. Closer to home, some of you may be familiar with the sacred spiral that Unity of Divine Love had for several years. It was originally constructed to alter DNA with the energy of sacred objects that were dedicated and hanging on the spiral wire. I became involved when it became apparent to me that there was an energetic relationship between the objects and those whose objects were on the spiral, particularly during contemplative meditations. But something more was happening. All of the objects hanging there became energized. They connected energetically with each other and emanated a more powerful, combined and amplified energy back to the person holding the objects sacred. It created a oneness that was more real. It created what some would call diksha, true diksha. It was not long ago that I began calling this phenomenon quantum entanglement, discovered by Boris Podolsky along with Albert Einstein in 1935. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. He could never explain it. But here's the spooky part for me. Boris Podolsky, he did this with Boris Podolsky, but Boris Podolsky's son, Robert Podolsky, and I became friends when he started attending Unity of Divine Love. This was about the same time I became aware of that concept of quantum entanglement. But I also went a bit beyond that and identified a secondary aspect to it, which I am calling quorum sensing, some 30 years ago. Talk about that another time. In the parlance of the energy codes by Dr. Sue Moore, which we are all studying, many of us are studying, codes carry information that have an intention or an awareness about them. They are deliberate inventions of consciousness. That is what built this trail that I was on. That is what is still present.
Tom. Yes, ma'am. And time for our daily word by Zona Dial.
Thank you for humming back to me. So I'm still unsteady on my feet. The doctor tells me my right and left brain hemispheres are not cooperating with each other. They're not communicating as they should, so we're working on that. So today we're talking about potential. That's what I'm working on. Through the divine in me, I discover and develop my true spiritual potential. As I learn who I truly am, I embrace my Christ nature, the image of God that I am. I discover my true spiritual potential as I allow my divine faculties, such as imagination, faith, love, wisdom, understanding, strength, and more, to express through my thoughts, words, and actions. Any ideas of limitation dissolve as my imagination develops an inspiring, positive vision for my future. Faith provides a firm foundation for the attributes of love, wisdom, and understanding to bring my vision to life. The faculty of strength allows me to keep on keeping on. Yeah. Through any challenge. These God attributes are mine to develop and use as my divine potential unfolds. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that you may abound in hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. Romans 15:13.
Thank you, Betty Gardner. I just noticed it says Betty Gardner up at the thing. And now we have the privilege of having our meditation music by Francine Alexander. And then Barb Horton will go into the meditation.
How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul.
I am grateful for this day and the clarity it brings. Let's breathe into that. Let's take some cleansing breaths. Breathe in and out. And again, breathe in and out. Close your eyes if you choose, if you haven't already done so. And I invite you to make these next words your own. My new motto is no stone unturned. No stone unturned. What this means is if I find myself upset in any way, I will have the conversations that need to have in order to free myself from any negative emotion, to release it. I will have the conversations that I need to have, and to do so as quickly as possible. Any other areas of upset in my life, I commit to dealing with daily. This includes any areas of my life: physical, mental, relational, spiritual, financial. I know that by doing this work every day, I am creating healing. I am creating love in my life. No stone unturned. I am grateful for this day and the clarity it brings. Now, I'd like to take us a little deeper, and you can use this time to deepen your gratitude, your clarity, whatever your intention. So let's take a few more deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. And again, breathe in and breathe out, letting go of anything, any thoughts present. Feel your feet resting flat on the ground, your arms resting comfortably, your back gently supported as you allow the earth's gravity to help you gently release any tension you feel. Starting at the top of your head, you feel your scalp loosen, your forehead smooth, your temples ease, your eyes relax, your jaw gently drops, your tongue lax. Any tension in your neck, your shoulders gently flows away, down, down into the earth. Any tightness in your arms, in your chest, you find it. You release it. In your torso, in your lower back, in your legs, your feet, gently washed away, down, down, pulled by Mother Earth, until you are completely safe, relaxed, and open to gratitude and clarity this day. I invite you to make these next words your own. I am going to choose a beautiful context for my day that will help me see things, live, be differently today. Beautifully. If I choose to live this day in the context of love, then all my intentions today, all my interactions today, I will see, I will hear, I will feel the love that is present for me to give and receive. If it is a context of peace, then all of my choices will be made from my commitment to peace. To myself, my loved ones, if I choose a context of joy or fun everything that I do today, everything I see, everything I hear, everything I feel, and even my way of being will be in the spirit of lighthearted fun and joy. And now, as I take a moment in the silence, I am going to choose my context for this day, for this week, and I acknowledge that this is my choice. It can be anything I want. I choose in the silence. Backwards from 3. Gently bring your awareness back to the room. Wiggle your toes. On 2. Move around in your chair a little bit. Bring your intention with you. And on 1, open your eyes, fully present to the wonder and the beauty of this day, of this week that you have created for yourself, for your life, for your loved ones, for your community, for the world. This is who you are. You get to create this every day of your life. I I'm grateful for this day and the clarity it brings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Oh, that piece of paper you have, you get to write that intention. If you have an intention that you came up with, you can write it on that piece of paper, take it home, put it on your mirror, somewhere where it will remind you to look at it throughout the day, throughout the week. If you didn't come up with an intention, that's okay too. You can continue to be open for clarity and create something for your life, for your day, at any point in time. So I'm grateful for this day and the clarity it brings.
And now it's time for a song, isn't it? Oh, yes. No, it's time to say our Lord's Prayer first, the Aramaic Lord's Prayer. Together, O birther of the cosmos, focus your light within us, make it useful. Create your reign of unity now, your one desire that acts with ours, as in all light, so in all forms. Grant us what we need each day in bread and insight. Loosen the cords of mistakes binding us as we release the strands we hold of another's guilt. Don't let surface things delude us, but free us from what holds us back. From you is born all-ruling will, the power and the life to do the song that beautifies all, from age to age in renews. I affirm this with my whole being. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the yayas. And Francine. And Francine, yes. This morning, a dream of gratitude. Spirit breathing me so present in my attitude. I thank God for this life, my divinity, and what I choose to do. It's completely up to me. My word is my life, the very life I live today. To redesign my life, I'm gonna change the words I say. I'm gonna write it down, I'm gonna think it out, I'm gonna speak with integrity. I'm gonna redesign my life today. I'm gonna start right here with me. Like a song, I can sing the very life I wanna live. A life of health and happiness, a song of love to me. Peace is ever present and abundance seems to flow, and the love of God surrounds me everywhere I go. My word is my life, the very life I live today. To redesign my life, I'm gonna change the words I say. I'm gonna write it down, I'm gonna think it out, I'm gonna speak with integrity. I'm gonna redesign my life today. I'm gonna start right here with me. Start right here with me. I'm gonna change the words I say. I'm gonna change the words I speak. I'm gonna start right here with me. My word is today to redesign my life. I'm gonna change the words I say. I'm gonna write it down, I'm gonna think it out, I'm gonna speak with integrity. I'm gonna redesign my life today. I'm gonna start right here with me. My word is my life, the very life I live today. My word is my life, the very life I live today. I'm gonna redesign my life, I'm gonna change the words I say. I'm gonna write it down, I'm gonna think it out, I'm gonna speak with integrity. I'm gonna redesign my life today. I'm gonna start right here with me. I'm gonna redesign my life today. I'm gonna start right here with me. I'm gonna redesign my life today. Thank you, Bubby. Thank you, Francine. Thank you, Francine. Lord, I want to thank Jonathan and Mark for coming early and setting up, and Julia as well. Everyone who's contributed to the service, and so grateful for this opportunity to be here as one with like minds. I don't know if you noticed, but I get really excited and shaky when I'm going to talk. And it's kind of like because we're all one in this room. So I can feel your energy, and I just get really excited. But another thing that I know is when I feel this way, it's because I'm on purpose. This is what gives me bliss. Now, last night and the night before, perhaps I'm going, what the hell am I going to do? Help me. But after this service, I'm in my bliss, and it lasts for days. Tony's smiling because you know what I'm talking about. This is from my home. I found it at Goodwill a couple years ago, Follow Your Bliss. And I loved it so much that I thought, I'm going to write a song called Follow My Bliss. So I started, that was it. Follow your bliss. What a great saying. So I told Bob I'm going to write a song called Follow Your Bliss, and you're going to get to hear it after this talk. It's when you stand in there knowing that something's going to happen, it just happens. Many years ago, I think it was, I don't know, in 1999, 1998, I was in General Dynamics. I was teaching classes called my procurement card, how to use a credit card for work. And I met this woman over here at Barb Horton. And some time had gone by, and then we ended up in a class on how to use the purchasing system there, because both of us at the time were purchasing on some level. And we had listened to a word. we just sat and talked. And later, I had found out, anyway, at the end of that session, when we were saying goodbye, we ended up having lunch together. And when we said goodbye, I stopped her from driving away, and I said, hey, by the way, I sing at church at Queen of Peace Catholic Church in Mesa. And if you want to join us, come to rehearsal at 5:30. The service is at 6:30 or 7. Come at 5:30. She's like, okay. Well, later I had found out that Barbara uses this visualizing technology, and she records her prayers in the affirmative, much like we do. In Unity, we use affirmative prayer. And she had said something like, God, give me a best friend. I really like a best friend. And after, like an afterthought, she said something like, and by the way, I'd love to find a church that maybe I could sing at. And just, boom, voila. And
22 years later, 23 years
23 years later, we're still doing our music and creating, and so I think in 2007 or something like that, we created a workshop called Redesign My Life. And basically, it's a series of questions to ask you how you feel. What do you want to create in your life? And there are things that make you nervous. Like, I never had the guts to ask to be a spiritual leader of a church. That's scary. But we're asking you to do stuff like that. God wants us to do stuff like that. Ask for things that scare you, and then watch them happen. And so we did a workshop, and we created our own CD. So what it is we create this, we get you to write everything down and feel what you're asking for, and then we record it with music in the background. So we put down, we wanted to meet Karen Drucker. We're going to go on a Karen Drucker cruise, and it was a 3-day cruise in Catalina Island. And we wanted to have dinner with Karen Drucker. Karen Drucker is a positive music artist, in case you're not familiar with her. We sang her song, I Relax, Let Go. So we aspired to meet Karen and have Karen know who the Yayas were. And so we put this on a recording. And we were going to have dinner with her and get to know who she was. And so we listened to this recording, I don't know, was it a month before we went on the cruise? Well, it turns out we had dinner with Karen every single night. It was a very small retreat. We got to share the dinner table with her, and we got to know her. She puts her pants on the same way we do. She's just like us, so there was no longer distance between us. She got to know who the Yayas were. In fact, she asked the Yayas to perform at her retreat. I mean, we were just higher than a kite. So the technology works. And also Barbara and I are going to, Barbara sings here at the last Sunday of the month. So next, in October, the last Sunday of the month, we're going to have a Redesign My Life workshop here. If you're interested, there are sign-ups in the back, where you will leave with a recording on your phone so that you can listen to your vision, what you want to live into every day. We just made one 2 weeks ago in Prescott, a new one, because you have to update because things start coming to fruition. You're listening to it, and bam, when you get to a knowing that it's really part of who you are, it just comes. So you got to keep making new visions, seeing new blissful things. Bliss. How many of you have had an experience of bliss? Good. Sometimes it's hard to remember because they're just so big and so out there that we forget. And then you remember when somebody asks you, have you ever had an experience of bliss? And then suddenly it just comes rushing to you, and you get to experience it again because it's in your memory. Oh, I did have an experience of bliss. In the energy codes we talk about it because Dr. Sue Morter had a huge experience of bliss. And a lot of people say, well, I didn't have that. But then as you hear people talk about their own experiences of bliss, yours comes forward. And it's not just one, you've probably had many. Jack, you had a bliss experience in Australia last weekend. What was it?
Well, I went down there with 4 race cars from the United States and 4 from Australia and 2 from New Zealand, and USA brought home the title.
How did that feel?
Felt great.
Did you see her car won?
Yeah.
Congratulations. It's fantastic. Attaboy. So we have an opportunity to adopt a new operating system. Because the old one, the linear one, the one that we're reproducing, we create things in the physical world, it's dying. I'm sorry, but it's just dying out. We don't work that way anymore. We work from visualizing, being in a high vibrational state of happiness and joy, or whatever word you wrote down today. That's where we can operate now from. We don't have to work hard, earn money, little bit that comes. We don't have to do that anymore. We create from our high vibrational state, bliss. So it's really critical for you to tune into your vibration. And if you are to notice in this moment, how am I feeling? Maybe you're not happy with what you're experiencing in this moment. That's just a gift from the universe to say, you gotta change your visualization here. Take responsibility for your vibration. If you're not happy, let's think of something that you're happy about. And the thing is, you don't want to be real specific. Let's say you have a goal that you want to do something really out there that would just jazz you. Can you give me an example of something that would make you so happy to experience?
A visit to the Getty Museum in LA.
A visit to the Getty Museum in LA. Ah. Jack.
I have one more about Australia. I went down there with a mission. I wanted to see and play with a koala bear and a kangaroo, and I got to do it.
That's so cool.
That's amazing. Barb.
I want to do that.
So let me ask you guys, did you know, like, did you have a vibration in your body that you just knew it was going to happen?
Yeah, and it was raining like mad, and I told him, Eric, I said, I don't care if it's raining or not, I came 7,500 miles to do it, let's do it.
See, you just did it. You just did it. It's being in a state of knowing. Now, Betty, do you know that you can do that?
Yeah, I plan to.
Do you see it? Yeah, okay, good. So that's the only difference is, yes.
I've been to Australia twice and I have yet to go up and be with a koala bear.
Oh, you gotta
Do you want to do it?
Not now.
Good. Your wish is our command. That's good. Okay, we get serious now. We have to fight for what we really want to create in our lives. Meaning, there's that voice inside our head, that voice of doubt, that is always going to come back and fight you. So you got to fight back. So you got to decide, am I here to experience a life of bliss and joy and make a difference, whatever it is that you want to experience in your life? Are you really all in? Are you all in? Are you going to give it your all? Or are you going to just kind of relax, let go of your dreams, surrender them to somebody like your brain that is full of doubt? Or are you going to recognize when it shows up and fight for it and say, no, this is what I see. Okay, this is who I am, so I got to raise my vibration. So let's say you pick that dream and you want to go to LA to this museum. You tell God, tell yourself, this is what I want. And this is what I have it out here. Then you just let that go. And then, from the rest of the time, all you have to do is raise your vibration to a happy state. Because when you do that, then the universe keeps moving the flow, and you keep getting more and more expansion in your life. So it's being committed to have these things happen. And it's not selfish. Because every time you experience great joy, the people in your life experience it too. Like I said, I feel you. I feel every one of you. And this morning when we were saying hello, you can feel it. You can touch it. It's there for all of us. And it makes a huge difference in who you're going to be the rest of the day. So focus on your energy to pull these things to you. I heard a really cool thing this week. You know how for years we've talked about be present. Forget the past. Forget the future. Create, accept what is. Well, what if you don't like what is in this moment? What if you don't like that? Then you're going to create more of that. Buddha says, don't focus on desire. Let your desire go. Well, Buddha had everything. And it didn't make him happy. So let it all go to find his calm and peace within. But I heard this week that along with our new operating system comes a new idea. Focus on what you desire, because what you truly desire makes you happy. And in that, you expand. We are human beings. We are constantly expanding. So if we focus on what we don't want, God says, I love you, baby, you get whatever you focus on, so here you go. You got it. So when you catch yourself, it's just a little emotion. It's so simple. Am I happy? Yes, it's a green light. Am I not happy? No, it's a red light. Am I going to continue to focus on that thing? No. So the second that you catch it, just like on your computer, you find the emotion that you don't like what you're doing, and you click on delete. You drag it in your mind. I'm just going to drag this emotion over to the delete, the garbage can. It works. I'm on the hamster wheel. This negative thing. Click, drag it over to the delete. See who you are. It's just this collective consciousness of low vibrations that come, and you got to fight for what is it that you're standing for in your life, for you. And when it brings you happiness, it brings the whole rest of the world up in vibration. So I really want you to take a stand for what it is that makes you blissful. And I mean bliss, not happy. I'm talking bliss, because I want you to reach out. Because when you're standing in your bliss, it affects everyone else. It gives everyone else the right to stand in their bliss, to have the courage to reach out and raise their vibration as well. So, let me make sure I got everything. We've talked about integrity. Anyone want to give me a definition of integrity? Strength?
I looked it up in the dictionary.
Integrity, strength. So you're saying this is causing integrity in this building, this piece right here, because it's strong, holds it up. If this thing were gone. Tom? Truth. Integrity, truth. Barbara, we have a different definition of integrity that we learned, right?
Mm-hmm. You want me to give the example?
Sure.
So, the example of integrity that we learned is like, it's not a moral thing, it's not good or bad. It's the example that we have is like a bicycle wheel. A bicycle wheel has spokes, right? The spokes lend to the integrity of the wheel. If there's a bunch of spokes missing, then the wheel doesn't work anymore, right? The wheel loses integrity. The wheel isn't bad. It's not good if it has all of its spokes. It just doesn't work, right? If it's missing spokes. So it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Does that work?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, in a quick, integrity means workability. And when you put your word out there, when you have integrity, you do what you say you're going to do. And so, when you do what you say you're going to do, life works. So we've used integrity for years to say what we're going to do. Now, you can go through life and float and not have what you want in your life. You're just floating along. Why is that? Because you never had the guts to say what you were going to do. So I am asking every one of you to think about it. What is it that you really want to do with your life? And have the guts to write it down and then tell someone, this is what I'm going to do. It's big. And then you make a commitment. This fan is... Then you make a commitment to do what you say you're going to do. And guess what? If you do what you say you're going to do, life works. You're not bad if you don't do what you say you're going to do. It's not a moral thing. It just don't work. So I'm calling you to ask for what is it that brings you joy, bliss. Not just joy, bliss. And then be willing to think about it and write it down. And then tell people in your life so that they can hold you accountable perhaps. But the point is that you said it. And then if you want it to come to fruition, you do what you say you're going to do. It's simple. Okay? That's it. That's it. Oh, and about following your bliss. Some people don't know what they want. So the thing is, what is it that brings you that joy? You just keep stepping in that direction. I'm not happy. Oh, this is awesome. I'm gonna go here. This makes me feel even more happy. And you just keep following that. And you don't get to decide what it's going to look like. The universe shows you. And when you're not attached to what it's supposed to look like, things, miracles show up. Look at every single one of you showed up in my bliss. So God bless you all. Move forward in your bliss, babies. All right, so now we're going to sing a song called Follow My Bliss. Yeah?
The affirmation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's say this affirmation, and if you are so compelled to do so as a creator, put your hands up and say this with conviction. Ready? Together? I dream. I vision. I imagine. I create. I expand. I transform. I follow my bliss. Take a deep inhale. And now laugh out loud. That's fun. Okay. Did I lose it? Thank you. Sure. Oh, thank you. I'm on this stuff.
Helen's right. You're not the same. You won't lose it.
Where is it? Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready to go.
All right. What are we doing?
Follow my bliss.
Okay.
You're dancing.
I'm dancing. I'm the okay. Atmosphere.
You did it.
Ready?
Yes.
Follow your bliss. You know you have work to do. We all have amazing gifts, and the world is waiting for you. I've been climbing up the corporate ladder, working hard to make ends meet. The days are long, I can't wait for the weekend to meditate and put up my feet. Yeah, follow my bliss. I know I have work to do. We all have amazing gifts, and the world is waiting for you. At night I dreamed of a different life, or a movie star, a sitcom wife. Like a ship in the wind, life is passing me by. It's time to let my passions fly. Follow your bliss. I know you have work to do. We all have amazing gifts, and the world is waiting for you. There's time and a place for everything.
your grace. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a heavy sigh. All right. Let's say our offering blessing together. So let's gather our offerings. Let's set that intention from your heart with your offering. The idea behind tithing is you tithe where you receive your spiritual substance. And so if you want more spiritual substance in your life, you tithe where you receive your spiritual substance. And so put your intention into that gift to make a difference in the world and the planet, and you know that it'll come back to you tenfold. And let's say our offering blessing together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. I am so blessed. Thank you, God. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. Grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Thank you. And let's bless our offering. We give thanks for these many blessings of today, and know they are but a symbol of the inexhaustible substance of the universe. We give thanks that 10 times this much is now on its way to us and quickly manifests in perfect ways. Thank you, God. And now it is time for our announcements. Rev Jeanne.
Oh, thank you. Wow, that was quite the service. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara, for blessing us. Reiki Share Group meets 9:30 a.m. Tuesday mornings in room A2 of Cottonwood Country Club. Let's see, sign-up sheet is in the back for the book study group. Do we have dates on that yet, or no?
We don't.
Okay, we're still looking for dates, but if you're interested, go ahead and put your name on there and your phone number.
Right here. I need that.
The spots. Okay. And that's the Energy Codes by Dr. Sue Morter, and that starts in October, which starts like day after tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's here. It's here.
Oh,
We are looking for someone to host that study group, and talk to Rev Jeanne if you're interested in hosting. Prayer partner today is Barbara Kelly. There she is. And there is a prayer box in the back. You can write your prayers there, and our prayer group here, our ministry here, will say those prayers throughout their circle, and they get sent on to Silent Unity and goes for another 30 days there. And that is a powerful, powerful prayer group. Oh, you've got the music. Okay. This is music. I don't want to hear that. Okay. October 12th, there's an open house at Cottonwood Country Club, and we're going to have a table there, and that's from 9 to 12. So come on by and pick up some brochures or bring some friends or whatever so that they can learn about our little community here. That's in Cottonwood, and then the 19th is over here in Sun Lakes Country Club. Cottonwoods is 9 to 12, and Sun Lakes is 8:30 till 11:30. And then we have the humming group. If anyone is interested in the humming group, we have a sign-up sheet in the back, and Zona is going to talk a little bit more about that. So thank you.
So our humming group starts again at the end of October. The humming group starts on the fourth Thursday of October, and will be the fourth Thursday every month after that. Is this?
Do you want it in the same room?
I didn't think this was working. Is this working? Oh, good. Good. So what I'll be doing is teaching you like a new language, because we need to listen to our bodies and what it's telling us, and then hum into what kind of messages we're getting to intend healing, because often the message we get is, I hurt somewhere, you know. And so with humming, you can actually transform that, because you're vibrating the area with your hum. You don't need anything with you. You don't need tuning forks. You don't need a piano. All you need is your voice, and we all carry that with us wherever we may be. So I'll be happy to be teaching you more about that starting the fourth Thursday.
And that will be over in the Cottonwood Country Club, room A3. I believe that's where we have that room every week, every Thursday. 10:30 till noon.
Actually, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? 10 o'clock till noon. Okay? Oh.
Well, I have two microphones, so you'll really hear it this time, right? Double message. The Unity Bells, which is another word for our lovely choir. We haven't really attracted any men yet, and that's why we're keeping kind of a girls' glee. But, drum roll, we are going to sing for Thanksgiving again. So we need to rehearse, don't we, girls? So we're going to start the third week of October, hopefully back at Rev Maria's. She said yes, it's wonderful. Wednesday evenings from 6:30 to 7:30. Hope to see you there. There will be more information as we get closer to that date. I have a song picked out already. It's called Thankful. And it's David, what is his name? David Foster. He wrote the prayer. He wrote some other things. It's an absolutely gorgeous thing, and I think you'll really enjoy singing it. Barbara, you're invited.
So are you, Jeannie.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. One more announcement about our planned visit to Burst of Butterflies. I went down and got a sample this week to show you. They have everything from platters and plates and vases and cups and saucers and anything you can think of, including 4 different sizes of Christmas trees that you can glaze, and they come with a set of lights. So if you like a smaller Christmas decoration, now you might think about that. I'm thinking about that. Anyway, this is the bisque fire. This has been fired once, and they do that on purpose because if you leave a little bubble of air inside here, it's probably going to break when it goes through the kiln. And the glaze is very expensive, so you don't want to glaze it and then have it burst. So you fire it first to see if it's in good shape, and then you take it out and glaze it, and then it will be fired again. Now, I paid $20 plus tax, of course, for this little cup, and that will include the cost of the glaze and the cost of the second firing. So what we're going to do is go down and get our piece and get our glaze and glaze it, leave it there, they will fire it, and you come back in 2 or 3 days and pick it up, and there you go. Think about Christmas. Christmas is coming. Make nice gifts. Please sign up. There's a list, and we will go not Wednesday of this week, but Wednesday of next week. So you got to make up your mind if you want to go. It's going to be really fun. So think about it.
And now let's all stand and...
Jeannie.
Yes, Tony?
Our dear friend Margaret Simpkins was not here at the beginning of the month when we recognized October birthdays, and this is the day. So I would like for us to sing happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
let's have our closing song, and it is a new one, but hopefully you can pick it up quickly. I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. Got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Say, and I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Spirit in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Spirit in my heart. I've got the love, 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 love down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. I've got the love, 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 love down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Spirit in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Spirit in my heart. I've got the peace that passes understanding down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. I've got the peace that passes understanding down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of living in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of living in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of living in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of living in my heart. And together the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. And wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen.